We are just east of the U.S. Capitol, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. He'll start at the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now, faking the give. Going up top. That is brought in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 76 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Think back to the spring, Mike. We all watched the highlights of this guy's pro day, and you always question, why do they make these quarterbacks just rear back and throw it as far as they can? How often are they really going to do that? Well, when they do, like we saw here, it is a thing of beauty. He put that big arm on display with that last pass, and it winds up going for 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Daniels starts with a pass. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
Come on, set. Ready, go.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and you're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Whoa! And what a return. He sets up the offense inside the red zone. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Now a give on the ground. Not much room to speak of. He'll take this to the 11. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Quick throw, taken in.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 11.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. 12 yards on that hookup. Good for a Commanders 1st down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. Following the penalty, they'll run it. Not much there. A yard or two down to the 48. That is Cooper DeJean in there for the stop. Olave is the motion man. On second down, it's Daniels. That's deep for Olave. And this will be incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. They'll throw with Daniels. That's caught by Spears out of the backfield. And he's in. Tyjae Spears. Touchdown, Washington. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders are on the board. It's 10-7. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. It is a big play for the Eagles. 31 yards. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Back to throw. And that's going to be picked by Jalen Ramsey. And the Commanders are going to get the football at their own 23.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
Ready.
Tight end on the move left. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. 12 yards there, and a first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Daniels. Open man down the field. It's Olave. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Mike, you know what we used to call those plays? No, 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 yes. Because that's exactly what was going through the mind of the coach on the sideline when the quarterback decided to throw that ball into really tight cover.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll run on 2nd down. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
3rd and long. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He'll try to run for it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
Ready up. Set. Ready.
Up the middle they go. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Ready.
To throw is Daniels. Oh, he tried to fit it back in the middle of the field. Can't do that. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermine before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Let's go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. Yeah. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Two minutes to play in the first half of a three-point game. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. Second and a yard.
Ready. Set, go.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
Play action. Here's Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On play action, Daniels. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders. And, Greg, that is good play design there. Using the play fake to get the receiver time to get open.
And down here this close to the goal line, Mike, it doesn't take much. All you need is that linebacker or that defender to freeze for that split second. That's all you need to create separation, and that's an easy pitch and catch for a touchdown.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Throwing now on first and 10. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
That one knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll be third down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. He'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. The clock is stopped at 26 seconds until the break. That is taken at the 10. Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down. Halftime here on this final weekend of the NFL regular season as we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically. For the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. We're likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The tight end going in motion to the left. The third quarter begins with a run. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Daniels. This one intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
Start out here with an option to the left. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This one from 47 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles are back within a point. It's 14-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. Go.
Here's Daniels. No chance at all. He'll go down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Trap 60, trap 60. 70 range, 70 range. Take go.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. He's got his man. That's Olave. Oh, still on his feet. And he's going to take this one all the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, Washington. Now Gay for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Now, faking the give. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and manageable.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
First and 10.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here. And
he gets free. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, Washington. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
To the air now on first and 10. He's going to air this one out. He's got it. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's second and 6. Back to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to get the ball to start the second quarter as time expires here in the first. So we are through 3. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Ready?
Olave is the motion man. On first down, Daniels. That's deep for Olave. That is hot. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and then being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game has gone, doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Daniels to throw on second down. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They'll try to set up the screen here. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying
to the goal line and in. Chris Olave. Touchdown, Washington. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll stick with him again. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This has been tough to watch, Mike, really for a lot of reasons. And when you talk to everybody around this building, they know the future of this organization rests on the shoulders of this young rookie quarterback. And there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be missed throws and misreads. But 4 interceptions into today's game, you find yourself trailing here. At some point, they got to ask themselves, is this rookie giving us the best chance to win now, or are we just all in for the future?
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Finding room to the 20. And they are not going to catch up. He's in. Touchdown, Commanders. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check go.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Let's go now.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll let it go deep left sideline. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. to a knee, and that will do it. They wrap up the regular season with a victory.
Come on, set. Ready.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Let's go. Warrior 70.
The tight end Fant in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They finish off the regular season in grand style. They are division champions. We'll get a home game next weekend in the wild card round of the NFL playoffs. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Commanders are winners, as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.